What we got here is it's a Springfield 1911. This is a stainless one. Got a green laser on there held on magnetically. I'm just going to attempt to demonstrate taking it on and off. So no finger on trigger. I'm not looking down the barrel, and then you just break the bond like that and just unwiggle it, and it sort of comes off. And just let it, just help it go into position. It's zeroed, this one. I think the battery's a bit weak. I used a bit of a used battery. I'm just going to try and show you that that's about 4 yards or something. I just maybe need to re-zero. So what have I done? Well, it's a particular green laser you can get. It's the brightest I'm aware of. It's got a 4-screw zero, so that's like a vice. And so you unscrew one here and then screw up the opposing one. The problem is that the actuator is here, and so these are off the normal planes, so they're not left, right, up, down. They're actually at diagonal. So you just need to use your brain a little bit. You're kind of doing something. You have to just mentally engage just to be able to zero it. It took me about 7 seconds to zero it to the iron sights. This is your actuation. You can see what I've got. It's actually the best I've ever come up with. It's the most easiest to use. It's ambidextrous. You can use your thumb on that side. It's a bit loud, which I don't like, but what I've done is I've taken this laser, which is pretty obscure actually. Not many people really know about it. It's not really being sold that much. It's not too bad, it's not too expensive. A bit of wasted space in there, which I don't like. In this whole central section is the actual actuator, which is a bit ridiculous. But I'm not too concerned because it's not heavy. The whole unit is actually pretty lightweight. It uses a CR2 battery. I removed the rubber part of the little actuator that goes here. And the reason I did that is because it was just too squidgy. But I've got the new problem now where it's a bit loud, but this isn't for home defence. It's completely pointless because if you hit anything shiny, the light bounce back is just quite troubling really, and sort of distracting. You know, somebody's glasses, certain types of t-shirts or clothing rather, picture frames, mirrors, anything, it just scatters it all over the place. And also you've got to have a flashlight for home defence. Flashlight's more important than a laser. So this is for outdoor shooting. I think that the urban legend about green lasers began in movies and stuff. You know, I don't know, movies and TV shows, and it's kind of pointless because for sort of tactical indoors. I mean, there's a Stargate I was watching the other day, and yeah, they're going into a cave and they've got these green lasers shining out like lightsaber effect. You've got this long line of green light going in a you know, from 3 people. Well, if you want to kill those people, you just go to the end of the green light and shoot them. So it's like a laser being used against you. It's really, really bad idea. So, but this is the brightest legal green laser I'm aware of in the world. It satisfies the criteria of being less than 5 milliwatt output. I've just been sort of testing it, not on the gun obviously. I've just taken it outside. I can see it on the neighbour's house over the road. I can see it up and down the street onto people's garbage bins. Can see it a really long way. What I like about it now is I've got the actuation a lot easier. Why is that not coming back? Don't know. I'll have to just look. It just needs a bit of tweaking. Is that the mailman? Yeah, the actuation's really good. It's ambidextrous. It's not too heavy this at all. Probably the lightest one yet. The zeroing is good. It would be better if I could just unscrew this end and in fact, what I'm going to do to this buyer, I'm going to send him 2 of these ends, and because I've got a spare one, I buggered up one of these and the back end's ruined, but I've got a spare, so he can clean, because what's going to happen is because it's going past the muzzle, it's going to get gunpowder residue in there. I need to find some of that stuff they use in labs, you know, that very thin glass that they use to put specimens on. See if I can get little circles of it and just glue it on there so that the gunpowder residue doesn't go in there, and then you just clean the front of that. But I'm going to send him 2 of these so he can just. But in there, you see, is the actuator. So it would be a lot nicer if I could just slide the battery out. I'm going to kind of look at that a little bit today. I'm going to reverse engineer the one that I've got that's broken, see if I can kind of do anything to just facilitate that. Other than that, it's basically it's very, very simple. You just undo that screw just a little bit, a couple of turns, see it fall off. A little piece dropped out. That's the piece I made this morning, which interacts with that little finger on the end and in here where I've pulled out the plastic. And then what you do is, don't lose that, Pixie. She's trying to eat it. Yeah, so you just undo the 4 screws in here. Just a little bit, and this tube slides out. It's not that difficult, considering it's a completely unique product. I've never made anything quite like this before. So let's put that little piece of metal back in. Let's just put it's a bit hard to show you. Come on, what are you doing, Pixie? Don't just start doing bad things, please. Go form some metal or something. So there we go. It's all back on. Look. It's that easy, and there it is. We're back to having a laser. And yeah, the other thing is like, as soon as you take a shot with a red or green laser, and you get the smoke come out the end of the gun, and so you can see it, with the red laser. But the green laser is a lot worse. It's much worse. Okay, so there we go. I mean, it exists. It's relatively cheap. It's interesting. It's different. It's magnetic. It's convenient. I mean, it's just a little bit different, something a little bit crazy. And you might think it's really big, but remember that a lot of the smaller green lasers are literally 1/4 of the power of this. They're just a tiny green dot. They're kind of pointless. Some of them pulse as well, which doesn't help. You can't even see them outside 2 yards away in front of you. And it's not just about seeing it eventually, it's about acquiring it immediately. You need to be able to see it now. You don't want to see it in 1 second, you need to see it now. So that's really important as well. So that's the end of that little video there. This gentleman hopefully will like this. He'll pay for it $135. I'll ship it to him. Obviously, if there's any problem, I mean, everything I do and make and sell is 100% money back guarantee, no questions, no time limit, no quibbling, no messing around. I know everybody hates me and everything, but I do. I've only really abused 2 people who were Ramlight customers. One of them is the only guy who's tried fraud on me. He basically did a chargeback and he got the product for free. I'm trying to pursue him legally just on principle. The other one was just somebody who bought something from me and then just sent all this horrendous stuff through YouTube, which was so disturbing. I just said to them, right, warranty cancelled, send it back, give you a refund. But everybody else, I'm kind of like, even people who are rude and obnoxious, which I get a lot, I still stand by it. There's never going to be a question. I will always do it. Ask anybody. I've just helped a load of people this week with problems, not problems of my making, of their making. But I just, no questions asked, they got a brand new product, the latest thing. So I'm pretty good like that. So this guy might just buy this, use it for 3 months or something, send it back, get a full refund. You know what I mean? And I'll look at the product and just see if there's anything to be learned from it. So it is good, it's like R&D. So Pixie, can you say goodbye to the people, please? Can you just look at them? No, don't look at me. Look at the peoples. Come on. No, hey. Come on. Hey, let's just say goodbye to the peoples. Hey, are you making noises? Make noises. Yeah, nobody likes other people's pets, do they? Right, that's it. End of the video. Bye.